Good morning. All right, so today I'm trying to get my camera right. Today I want to answer some questions, okay? So I have not read any of these questions, so I might have to pause a few times to think of an answer. So there was this one comment that had like a list of questions, so we're gonna do that first. First, I need coffee. All right, got my coffee. It's a little hot. Oh, it's a little hot. Okay, so the first question, this comes from UB Budgeting. How old are your children? All right, so my kids all have birthdays coming up, but we're gonna go in the order of what age they are now. But I do have a birthday this week. Taya is 19. Kai is 19. Kieran is 16. Elena is 15. Adriana her birthday is on Thursday. She's about to be 13. Adriana is Jonathan's oldest. Liam is 11. Aiden is his birthday is also next month. He's about to be 10. He's 9, but he's going on 10. Avery is her birthday. She's the only summer birthday, but she is 6. Big Bay, we call him Big Bay. He is 3. He wake up. And Lil Bay, my youngest, we call him Lil Bay. My 2 tallest, we call him Lil Bay and Big Bay. And Lil Bay is 2. Okay. Second question is, how old were you when you had each kid? I don't know. That'll take too long for me to go through, but I could kind of okay, so I'll go through the ones I know offhand. The other ones, I'm not doing the math on that, but my first child, I got pregnant at 16 and I gave birth at 17. My second child, I got pregnant at 17, gave birth at 18. So I did have 2 children in high school. I am not proud of that, but that was just the reality. That's just what happened. I can't change the past. Let me see. I had 2 in high school, and then my third child I had when I was like 19 or 20. I think I had about 5 kids by the time I had 4 kids by the time I was 22. I had 4 kids. By the time I was 24, I had 5 kids. I don't know if I just said that. By the time I was 30, I had 8 kids, and I had 10 kids by the time I was 35, I believe. I'm 37 now. All right. And then the next question is I know, Jonathan, you have 5 kids with, but she said, I feel like there's a baby daddy or relationship in the middle of those 5 kids. Yes, there is, because my last 6 are from Jonathan and Push. If you read if you watched the last video, that's 2 hours long. I did have remember me and Jonathan, after we had 3 kids, me and Jonathan had 3 kids together, and then I separated from him after the kidnapping situation. And I did have 1 baby after the kidnapping situation with him. We separated, and once we were separated, we didn't speak for a while, a couple years, like 2, maybe 3 years. And I told you I went out for a friend birthday and ended up getting pregnant with my daughter's father, which was a mutual friend. I told you my daughter's father wanted to be in a relationship, but he was an addict, a worse addict than me. Or let me stop saying it. He was just addicted to other stuff, and I just didn't want that to have an influence. Like, alcohol was already bad enough. If you throw crack in there, that's just a recipe for disaster. So yeah. So her father passed away though. Her father passed away a few months ago. Okay. Let me see. So yes, there was. So my last 6 kids, there is Jonathan's, and then Push's child, and then Jonathan's. My last 6. What was your alcohol of choice? When was your last drink? My last drink was February. January something actually. Okay, so no, I'm lying. It was February. It had to be February because that's my sober date. My sober date is February 3rd. My last drink was February 3rd, 2023. And at the time I was drinking, I'm not proud of the drink I used to drink. Oh my God. So apparently this is a popular malt liquor. It's labeled as wine in the alcohol industry, but it is like a malt liquor, and it is very strong and very cheap. It's called Teleport. I didn't know what Teleport was. Listen, I'm suburban. I didn't know what Teleport was. Somebody online told me about it. It was like, oh, this will get you mixed or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I actually started drinking it because I was trying to stop drinking vodka, because I was drinking vodka before. I would put vodka in my coffee. In the morning times, I would just spike my drinks all day long when I wanted to have a very mellow day. So I used to spike my drinks with vodka. And like I said, I would be drinking a little bit of vodka in my coffee sometime. Or I'll just have vodka in my water bottle and drink it like that. But I wanted to stop drinking vodka because I'm like, this is no good for me. So I started drinking Teleport because, like I said, I did not know it was malt liquor. If I would have knew that Teleport was basically like Still Reserve. Still Reserve is the nastiest crackhead drink you can drink. It is along the lines of, what is that stuff? It's like the same category as like Cisco, just like the nastiest of the nastiest, like stuff that only like fiends drink. Okay, when was your last? Okay, what was your last? Yeah, alcohol choice. When was your last drink? Okay, so I answered those 2 questions. Oh, also the Teleport messed me up so bad because I don't want to say I had control over my alcoholism before then, but because I did get pretty drunk. But like I said, the most I would do when I drank is I would just be a little embarrassing, like listening to music, and then sometimes I'll be in the porch and I'll be like listening to music on the porch and I'll be singing, and sometimes I sing a little loud, and that was embarrassing. So that would be the only thing that I would say I would do that was embarrassing. And then I used to FaceTime people. That was the most embarrassing part of my alcoholism, is I used to FaceTime random people. Oh my God. The next day I will wake up, no lie, the next day I will wake up and see all these conversations that I had with different people, and I'm like, an hour, what did I talk to this person for an hour for? Oh my God. And then I'll be looking crazy. Like, I'm still pretty embarrassed. I used to call my family members. I used to call, like, I know they thought I must have been on something else. Not saying that I've never like dabbled in drugs or anything like that, because I have done drugs before, but drugs was not my addiction. Like, it was mostly alcohol. How many girls and boys do you have? I have six boys and 6 boys and 4 girls. What are you teaching your children to help them be better? I think my older children my older kids were kind of like bear witness to everything me and my family. Like, there's nothing that they really don't know, except for my younger kids, of course. My younger kids don't know the troubles. My older kids have been through the fire with me, unfortunately. So they pretty much, I've had conversations about them. I think it's important to have conversations with your children about addiction. Especially because addiction starts when you are young. A lot of times, if you don't know that you have a parent that has been addicted to alcohol or drugs or have substance abuse issues, you will end up, let me not say it like that. It is a higher chance of you ending up doing the same thing if you start drinking. Like, my older kids know it's important. They should not drink, because they have alcoholics on both sides of the family. So the likelihood of them becoming an addict is higher than other people that do not have parents that are addicted to a substance. So my older kids know. I told them when they were in high school. That it's important they don't drink. It's important they don't try to experiment with alcohol. I've never seen my kids pick up alcohol. I recommend this book right here. It's called Girls and Sex, and I have 2 books. This one is called Girls and Sex. I had it sitting there because I had posted about it, and I have another one called Boys and Sex. I don't know where that one is. I have to find that. These books get passed down when my kids enter high school, because high school, you can say all you want. Oh, I don't want my kids having sex, but for me, I think it's important for my kids to be educated and know the consequences. I mean, they already know the consequences because they see my life, but I think it's also important to talk to your kids, and I do have those open conversations with my kids about all that stuff. But yeah, this is a good book. It talks, and the boys ones too. That's a really good one. It talks about consent. It talks about like the psychological involving puberty and sex, and it's a very, very good book. Oh, what's the next question? Let me see. What are your dreams? I've always wanted to be a writer. I think I actually skipped something. I did, but what are your dreams? I've always wanted to be a writer. When I was young, fresh out of high school, I wanted to be a therapist. But then I realized you had to go to school to be a therapist. I mean, I knew you had to go to school to be a therapist, but like, I didn't know how to go about that. And I was a teen mom, and that dream kind of got pushed to the side. I don't want to be a therapist now, but back then when I was like 18, 19, I wanted to be a therapist. And then once I turned like 19, 20, I really wanted to be a screenplay writer, and I really wanted to write for TV shows. I've written one screenplay. I don't know where it's at though. But I wrote a screenplay. No education on how to write screenplays. I just, you know what I did? I used to download other screenplays and see and study the format on how a screenplay is written. I bought books on how to, and I would read books on how to write a screenplay, how to do a story, like the plot, the turning points, and how a story is formatted, and how to calculate a story from the beginning to the end. I do dabble in writing books. Not any big projects, very small things, children's books. If you look on I think I took my kids' books off of there, but yeah, I write kids' books. I have not made no money off of it, just very little bit, because I only charge 99 cents, and I don't advertise my books no more, so you probably couldn't even find it. I don't have them linked anymore, so I need more coffee. All right, so before what are your dreams, there were a few questions above that. Oh no, yeah, I mean, okay, teacher, better, okay. Do you want to move to a new state? Do I want to move to a new state? No. I would like to move to a new state. I'm in New Jersey right now. The reason I feel like I can't move to a new state is one, I'm scared. I have anxiety, and I have travel anxiety. I get really anxious when I try to travel. I don't have a driver's license because, and I know that sounds weird, but I don't have a driver's license because I have transportation anxiety as well. Transportation anxiety is when you have anxiety when you are transporting in like a car, a bus, a train. I've never been on an airplane before. And I get nervous when my kids leave out, although I do not hold my kids back though. You know, I'm helping my son get a car and get his driver's license. He's getting his license this week actually. He's supposed to get it last year, but he was working a lot of hours in his new job. So, you know, but now he's working a little bit less hours so he can focus on getting that car and getting his license. My daughter wants to move to Japan. I'm all for it. Like, I love it. Like, she's in ROTC right now, and she's going to the Army after high school, and she has this plan and these goals. And the way my daughter is, like, this is Elena. I know she's going to accomplish that. She's very smart, and she has, like, she's not going to be the one. She's nothing like me. Like, she wants to travel the world, and I know she can do it. And although it crippling anxiety for her, I do not express that to her, and I will never hold my kids back no matter how it makes me feel. So that's just something I'm gonna just have to suck it up and deal with it. And honestly, I do hope that she gets to travel. I hope that I'm about to cry. All right, I really should have I just realized it's so dark in here. Let me open the blinds. All right, it's not as dark as I thought it was, or maybe it is. I just put the light on my camera better, and I opened up my window, so it's better now. I'm trying to get through these questions before my kids wake up, and I also have a meeting at 11 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock now. It's 9:17, and I'm trying my best. I'm so bad at keeping track of like when I have appointments. I'm really, really bad at appointments. I have to set reminders on my phone. I have to write it down. I have to put Post-its everywhere. I have to write it on my calendar. I have to write things down when I have something to do. I have to write it down in like 4 different spots. And sometimes I even still forget, like sometimes, but yeah, so I really need a manager because I can't keep up with my emails and my brand collaborations. So I can just focus on my content and focus on, like, just tell me what to do. I hate negotiations. I hate going back and forth with these emails. But, you know, I've decided to make that my career, and it's been going well for me. I still have a really long ways to go, but I'm making decent income now. Although I got suspended on my Instagram last month, so I'm kind of trying to climb my way. I'm not making as much money as I was before. But I think another month and I'll be fixed. So, okay. I forgot what question I was on. What was that? Let me see. What are you teaching your children? Do you want to move to a new state? Oh shit, I forgot to answer that question. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I know some of y'all don't mind the, like, oh my baby just woke up. All right, so the reason, yeah, not just the travel anxiety, but because it, like, I'm a single mother, so I highly depend a lot on having a village. That's because a lot of people, they're like, how do you have so many kids and how do you do it? And having a village is so important, and it makes it so it's not overwhelming. Like, me and my village, we take good care of my kids. You know, my parents help. My Jonathan's father helps. Hey buddy. All right, my baby just woke up. But anyway, go ahead, eat your breakfast. So yeah, my village is here. My sister too. My sister has been one of my biggest. My sister, my parents, Jonathan's parents, his mother also. They're just heavily in the kids' lives, you know, and I don't want to take that away from my kids, and I wouldn't want to take that away from me because it's very supportive. If I were to move, it would be just me. Oh no, not only that, like my other kids, auntie and uncle from my first 2 kids' father, their grandma, their aunt and uncle, like everybody is here, you know. And I don't want to take that away from my kids. So unless everybody can come move with me, as my kids age, like when I'm ready to buy a house, I don't know. Then maybe I think about moving out of state, not far though. I want to live close enough to where everybody can still visit, and it's not like a hassle, and it's not like, because family is so important to me. Family is so important to me. Okay. All right. You are a content creator, and it's easy for you to grow in this industry because you have a lot to share. What's your ultimate goal with content creating? My goal, I want to do more than just content creating. Content creating started as a hobby that I knew I wanted to turn into income. And at first, it was definitely just because I was home and I wanted to make money from home. Especially during the pandemic, like everybody else. All right, so my goal with content creating is getting back into writing this year. A new book that I want to write this year. I wanted to do it last year, but I just could not for the life of me. I want to sell more things on my website. My website is bigfamilyliving.com. You can find my ebooks there. I'm writing another meal idea book. I can't do a cookbook. I wanted to do a cookbook with like recipes and stuff like that on it, but I can't. That'd be too hard to try to like measurements and stuff like that. I'm not looking at that because I don't even, when I cook myself, I don't really measure nothing. I just go off of what it feels is right. So I really want to come out with an apron line, like a really cute pink one, because I love pink and I love everything pink. And yeah, so eventually I want to just be, have my little small businesses and everything like that. What else? I would love to do something in entertainment and TV and stuff like that. I also love to do something with reality TV. I was supposed to do a show. I ain't going to say the name of the show because I still might do it, but I did kind of feel like it was what they wanted to exploit me and kind of humiliate me, because it was only one episode that I was supposed to do of the show, but they wanted my title to be and they said they don't even want to do it unless they have that title that I have 5 baby daddies, single mother with 5 baby daddies. And that I was against that. I'm like when I was talking to the producer and we on the FaceTime and trying to go back and forth about my title, they were very they wanted that to be my title, 5 baby daddies. And I told him I was uncomfortable with that because, and this is before I did the baby daddy series, but I told him I was uncomfortable with that because it's just embarrassing. It's not like people don't know I have 5 kids' fathers, but some people don't know, even though I do talk about it. I don't want that to be my identity online. I don't want that to be the main thing that people take away from my content, because I feel like my content is so much bigger than that. There's a lot of things I want to do. I want to open up a domestic violence shelter. I talked about this. I'm going to do this. This is when I'm able to, I really want to do this. That's a project I want to do down the line when, obviously I got to get my own finances in order first, but when I'm able to and I got my own stuff together, I really want to open up a domestic violence shelter for women, so they have somewhere to go. Not only that, more than a shelter, I want it to be like a community. And I want it to be nice. I want it to be beautiful. Maybe I'm thinking because somebody was asking me what are you thinking? How you kind of want this to be laid out? But I want it to be privacy, a community of small tiny homes or a community of little cottages, and then have whatever programs counseling programs and stuff like that to be added into the program. But that's what I have. That's like what my plans are. I really want to make that a reality. Cause like I said, like before I was working home, I was helping people, and I want to continue to help people make some type of difference. Not some type of difference. I want to be able to make a big difference. I want to be able to impact the world in some type of way while I'm here. Okay, so have you gotten therapy for your children? Yes, my children have been in therapy in and out all their lives. The question is, what do you want those who judge your situation to know about you? That's a really good question. That for people that judge me, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I should come up with some like great answer to how, don't judge a book by its cover. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, if somebody judging me for my situation, it is what it is. I want to say I don't care, but I'm human, and for people that judge my situation, it is what it is. I don't care for them to know anything else about me. Whatever. Okay. And the next question is, your parents seem supportive and patient. What should we know about them? What would you like to tell your parents? And how can we best be supportive and encouraging? Oh my God, my other baby just woke up and it's almost 10 o'clock. I gotta hurry up. My meeting is literally in like an hour and 15 minutes. Good morning. No, he's running to me. All right, I'm gonna finish this. It's one more question. Your parents seem supportive and patient. What should we know about them? What would you like to tell your parents, and how can your supporters best encourage you? Okay, so this had kind of a few questions. So your parents seem supportive and patient. What should we know about them? My parents are supportive and patient, but they were really not down for me having all these kids. And somebody else said one time that my parents were too supportive, and if they just let me figure things out, like, and not support me, that I would not have had all the kids I've had. And to that, I know this is not your question, but it kind of made me think of that. And I don't regret having my kids. I love that I have a bunch of kids. I love that I have 10 kids. I don't love my circumstances. I don't love that I struggle. I don't love that my kids don't have fathers in their lives. I don't love that I have 5 baby fathers. I don't love those things, but I love my kids, and I don't have regrets, because if I have regrets, then that means that for me, I feel like that means that I wish my kids were never born. And I love the way my life turned out. I love my life. I love my children. I love myself. There are times where sometimes I feel like I don't love myself very much, but like in the end, I do love myself, and I love the woman I am today. I'm flawed. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I make bad decisions, and I'm growing, and I'm loving the person that I'm growing to become. I'm loving her more each and every day. So, but I think my parents did the best that they could at the time, and I love that my parents were supportive. There were times that there are situations where, I think things like could have went differently, yeah. What should we know about my parents? My dad is a rock star and my mom is a firecracker. Which is so funny because my dad, and I guess in one of my first videos, I called my mom a firecracker. And I'm just saying, she's spicy. She's just a spicy lady. Like, she don't take crap, and we're the complete opposites. Like, I'm more kind of like my dad, which is like calm and kind of like cool, calm, very laid back. I definitely get my personality from him. Very forgiving, very understanding of other people. I always want to see the best in people. I hope that people can always try to see the best in me, and if not, I understand. And my mom is just like, she don't play. So yeah. I don't know. I want to get my mom up here so we could do a series together. I would like to do a series. My mom is so cool. Like, she knows how to make anything. She is such a little spiritual light. My mom makes everything. Like, I'm gonna try to put it up here of some of the stuff that she be making. I'll try to get some pictures. That's why I always sit over here. I always sit in the corner because I like to put like stuff to kind of go along with what I'm saying, so you don't have to visualize it, you could like kind of see. But my mom makes some really cool stuff, and I definitely want to get in a YouTube series with my mom. I'm gonna post a picture of her too. My mom is beautiful. And I'll post a picture of my parents as well. But yeah, I want to do a YouTube series of her teaching me how to make all the stuff that she makes, because I really want to learn how to make that type of stuff, and I really want to start making my own stuff, and maybe that could be a part of my content, maybe not. But I do want to eventually do what she does, and I want to make my own soaps. I want to make my own lotions, not to sell. I don't want to sell it. I just want to make it for my family. Like, she does sell sometime, but she mostly just makes it for the family. Anytime we need hair grease, body butter, chapstick, she used to make candles, face masks, anything you could think of, like that's for your body and stuff like that. She used to make it when she first started doing this. She used to make these beautiful cupcake soaps. It was so pretty. It was like a nice gift you could make for somebody, but those were really, really nice. I'm gonna see if I can find pictures of the cupcake soaps and put it up there. Me and my mom going to do a YouTube series. Let me see if there's any other questions on here before I get off of here. Oh yeah, how can your supporters best encourage you? Honestly, I love the positive feedback I get. I don't know, just be kind, because that really does affect us. I mean, I know there are some creators that they really don't care, and they're just like got a hard shell, protective shell, and they really could not care less. But some of us softies, like, we do care. And but I understand that comes with it. And there's only so much, like, I'm always gonna have to deal with negative feedback. I'm gonna have to deal with people judging me. I'm gonna have to deal with people saying every last little negative thing I've thought about myself in my mind, and people are gonna call me that. People are gonna show up, and I have to learn how to filter some of that out. I have to learn when to step back and take a break from social media, because especially for those of us who battle with our mental health, it's important to take a step back, because mental health is more important than money, is more important than being online, is more important than work, is more important than a career. It's just more important to be healthy in your mind, so your mind don't break. So shout out to, what was her screen name or his? US Budgeting. Shout out to US Budgeting. These are some great questions. I only got a chance to answer his or her question. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. Let me go to her page. It's a girl. View channel. It's a girl. Yeah, this is her page if y'all want to go follow her. I know it's probably backwards, but yeah, so those were some great questions. I'm gonna do another video answering other questions. I have to go down and see if there's other questions, or you could actually just put questions in this video and I'll make another video. Why not? Because this was my, I'm done with that series. I am gonna do another series of something. I never thought I would like the talking videos, because I really be all over the place, and I know that about myself, but I'm getting better with it, and I like doing these videos. I will eventually want to do some my like shopping videos and other type of long form content, cleaning, cooking, meal prep and stuff like that. I haven't meal prep in a minute, so next time I do meal prep, I'm gonna make a meal prep video, and I'm gonna organize all these videos by I'm gonna organize all my different series by what is it called, by like if you look at my playlist, you'll see my series. So right now I just got my baby daddy series on here, but you'll see everything, you know, in a different series. So that's how I'm gonna organize things. But all right, it's 10 o'clock now. I have 1 hour. I really gotta get my hair done. Look at my hair. My hair look crazy. I got a dookie braid over here. This hair is looking crazy. So my hair, you hear how dry that is? I have to go moisturize my hair. I want to get my braids back so bad. I can't wait to get my braids back. I look like Pippi Longstocking. Jesus. Wait, who is Pippi Longstocking again? Maybe I'm thinking about... I'm sorry. I'm just... my son. Pippi Longstocking. Yes, I look like Pippi Longstocking, a girl with the... Well, I thought she was black. Oh, she redhead. That's basically the same thing. I heard redheads are just black people. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.